honest to God, if I had a choice between like you can only hunt public for the rest of your life or you can hunt only private for the rest of your life, I'm going to say public 100%. Just because I like that. I like that struggle you get with that deer camp kind of atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like everybody's sucking it up, but it's fun at the same time. And like that's just something you can't replicate elsewhere.
Well, a lot of that too has to do with the amount of access you have on public. If you were hunting a piece of public that was 320 acres, it wouldn't be as fun, with deer
Right.
camp. Like,
Right.
and we don't have in our private, even on our private pieces, like we don't have a single private piece that's more than like a couple hundred acres, maybe. I mean, I know mine are like 100 acres and 100 acres or something like that.
Mine's probably like 250 total, but literally 15 of that is huntable.
Right.
I would say.
Right. Most of that's pasture. So it's not like, to me, I'm like, well, would I rather hunt this one spot or whether I'd rather go hunt a place where I can hunt 80 different spots? Like, well, I'd rather do that. So to me, I'm with you. It kind of feels like Wild West in a way. It's like as far as you can see, you can hunt. There's
No,
something
100%.
fun about that. But so I don't really have it from the other perspective of like, oh, if you had 20,000 acres of private, it's like,
Plus, it's kind of like, whoa, okay, that's an exception. Like, if you gave me 20,000 acres of private, I'd be like, yeah, that's a no-brainer because I would figure out a way where I could shoot a 150 every year. I would fly Don Higgins himself and be like, what do I do? But I mean, there's also like on the public piece, and when you get into that more broad public, kind of like, oh, everything the light touches is basically yours. There's a mystery factor to that too, where it's like there could be a state record in here. I don't know. Like on private, you kind of get like it's not really a mystery. You either have them or you don't. You might be able to get lucky. It's like, oh, I've never seen this deer before in my life, but for the most part,
that doesn't
someone
happen
around
very much anymore.
Exactly.
It
Someone
really
around
doesn't.
town knows about that deer, and especially, I'm not saying around here in general, but I'm just saying, if there was a humongous buck like that, it ain't lasting just because of some dummy's going to come out with the spotlight.
I don't like with the cell. It was maybe a different story when it was just cameras, but with cell cams and everything, like the odds of a buck like that wandering multiple small properties and never getting on picture or never being seen from the road or never almost getting hit by a car. Like the buck that I killed this year, Carol saw him a mile and a half away and almost hit him with his truck in a really rural area. Like we knew that buck existed. I just don't believe that these days that these giants in the shadow, like when you're hunting 20 to 40 acre pieces, like there's these giants in the shadows that find a way. And it's like, well, maybe there are, but there's a lot less of them today than there was a decade ago. You know why too? People enjoy deer hunting and there's like, it's a money game too. People will come in and lease crap and the same guy will lease 10 different things. And it's just not like it used to be. I don't think those deer hide in the shadows like they used to, or were perceived to. Back when nobody cared about hunting, it's like, yeah, there probably are some in the shadows here that you never. And I know there's no trail cameras. Maybe when you get into the mountainous stuff, it's like